Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Scalable Expert Podcast. I am thrilled that you're here. Hey, in this episode, I'm going to talk a little bit about our tagline, which is scale your business, not your calendar, right? So, as an expert operator, which is where most people are starting when they start a business and grow a business, as a service provider, a coach, a consultant, anyone who's really providing services to somebody who is requesting something to get done, right? A lot of times you start out in this in this realm because you are exchanging your time for a consulting fee or a project fee or whatever it is. And most likely you could create a successful business as a service provider, as someone who's an expert operator. But what happens is you get to a certain point in your business and everything sort of runs through you, right? You are the person who is in the weeds. You are the person who is sort of orchestrating all of the things. And at some point it's exhausting, right? Your calendar is maxed out. You're in a place where you just don't have any more capacity, right? You don't have the capacity to do any of the things that you actually want to be doing as the expert, as the creator, as the business owner. And you get to that place where you're like, wait a minute, isn't there something different? Didn't I start this for a different reason? Hey, if you are in that place, you are my people. I experienced this in my agency that I had created. And so with the podcast, with the work that I do, I really am helping other people go from being an expert operator to turning into a scalable expert by owning and really designing your business around your signature IP, around what makes you the expert. And to do that, you need to start to package what you do in a completely different way. You need to think about it as being something that's tangible and physical, something that is a product. You're productizing your expertise instead of just like all the things that you can do, all of the thinking, all of the problem solving, all of the things that you're great at doing, so that you can continue to grow and scale your business, either to hire a team or to just scale your business in a way that allows you to serve at the highest level without it maxing out your calendar. So I don't know about you, but for me, when I made this transition, it changed the game. It was something that I knew I couldn't just do what I was doing anymore because I had hit a ceiling. I had hit capacity and I was burnt out and exhausted. So when I made the shift to owning my intellectual capital, packaging what I was doing into a signature path that allowed my customers to go from point A to point B in the fastest way that they wanted to, because I knew the path, right? I had already traveled the path. I had hundreds of clients that I took through, so that I knew that I could consistently get results. I can consistently take somebody from the problem that they had, that I was best suited to help them with, to get to a solution, that desired solution that they wanted, and do it in a way that helped make them feel supported and feel that they had all of the tools and help that they needed along the path. And once I was able to do that, I was able to serve at the highest level. But you know what it did? It just also opened up capacity for me to help solve some of those extra juicy problems and challenges that I didn't have time to do properly when I was just taking on every single client that came to me. And that's the shift that I would love for you to start to lean into, is how do you package what you're doing? And most of the time, like if you're already in the like an established business, you already have sort of an approach that you use. You may not have it documented, or you may have 80% of it documented, or you have it documented but you still sort of take all these other projects that come up just because you don't really want to say no to people who come to you. You are in a perfect position to start to package your intellectual property so you can start to infinitely scale your business in a completely new way. So if that's you, if you're kind of in that place where you're like, yeah, I kind of feel like I have something, I sort of consistently help people, I have a kind of client that I like to work with, I'm still sort of taking everything, then you are in a place where you are ready to start this journey. And I would love to help you walk through how to get started in this journey. We use the infinite scale method to help our clients go from being an overwhelmed expert operator, coach, consultant, service provider who is really operating more as a pair of hands or as an hourly project-based consultant, and moving to really becoming the authority in the space by owning the intellectual property and methodology that really makes you unique as an expert in the field. Where people start to come to you, people request what you have to offer, and then you can run people through your signature solution in a way that you actually get to set the rules, right? You are like, this is how I know the fastest path to get you from where you want to go to, or from where you are today to where you want to go, is to do X, Y, and Z. And once you own that, and once you can say, here is how this process can work for you in order to get consistent results, that is when you start owning your authority in the space. Things start to shift, people start to come to you, and quite honestly, you spend your time doing the right things instead of all of the things. So if that's you, I congratulate you for really recognizing that now is the time for you to start making that shift, to show up differently, where you can create an amazing experience for your customers, where they feel totally supported on every step of their journey without you having to recreate the wheel every single time you get a new customer. All right, my friends, this is maybe just an awareness post for you, that if this is something that's been kind of rattling around in your mind, that like there's got to be a better way to package your expertise to become an expert in your space, help the people that you want to help, and earn an amazing income doing it, this is potentially the option for you. All right, until next time, enjoy your week. Start to think about who your ideal customer is and what that path is that they need to take from where they are today to where they're going. All right,